Kitchen presents Sea Moss Gel.
Sea moss is an algae or seaweed with 92 of the 102 minerals our bodies need. Check out some of the benefits. Increases energy, boosts immune system, provides healthy skin, alleviates depression, suppresses appetite, and fights against anemia. There are several varieties available, from peppermint to pain relief to making your own custom blend. Call to place your order today, 205-326-0025, or email chef@Biddy'sLivingKitchen.com.
Today we are standing here at Kelly Ingram Park, which is in front of the 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham, Alabama, where in 1963, 4 girls were killed in the 16th Street church bombing. Even pulling up, you just have to take a deep breath, It's not overwhelming, like, I'd be brought to tears or anything like that. But it is sort of a heavy feeling, A lot of people know me as Chef Brock or Chef Kim. That's my married name, but my maiden name is McNair. And my sister was one of the 4 girls killed in the 16th Street church bombing. So up until a couple of years ago, my parents were the only surviving parents. I am the baby, I'm the youngest. So my sister Lisa was born a year after the bombing, and I was born about 4 years after the bombing. I think when things kind of became more tangible for me, I remember being at my grandmother's house. I guess maybe I was 7 or 8, and we would go there after church on Sundays. And she had a box of Denise's after effects, if you will, that she had on that day. So she had her coin purse, her patent leather shoe, some things in the purse, like she had allergies or asthma or something, and so she was nose drops and stuff like that was in there, a little handkerchief, some coins, and then there was the rock that was embedded in her head. So I remember kind of as a family, we were all sitting around, and my grandmother showing that and really going through the box and explaining it to us. What little black girl, raised in the South didn't have a pair of patent leather shoes and a patent leather pocketbook to go with it, and that little handkerchief, with the little design on it, so that was like, okay, she was just like me, Even though there were some great memories, they're an overwhelming, cloud of a bad memory, and you just kind of want to get out from under it. So growing up and people knowing my family and, people don't know this, but my mother had several miscarriages between Denise and myself, and a stillbirth. And so people knew us. They knew the children that came, after the bombing and so on and so forth. So I always felt like there were eyes on me, And so when I got the opportunity to go away to college, even though it was still in Alabama, graduated from Auburn, people didn't know me because there are people from everywhere there. And so that was fun. That was neat to have some anonymity and not be, so-and-so's daughter or this was your sister, so-and-so. I could just kind of be my own person. And then fast forward when I got married, of course, I changed my name. So for many, many, many years, I just went by Kimberly Brock or Kimberly M. Brock, So, but, just things going on in the world now, I just think that it's important for people to know and remember and not forget about that day and that time. My sister Lisa teases me because she says, most kids when they get up on Saturday mornings, if their parents are still asleep, they watch cartoons and eat cereal. Well, I did not want a cold breakfast, and to this day, I do eat cereal every now and again, but it's just like not my favorite thing. So I would want my mom to get up and cook me some eggs or something like that. And she just said, Lisa, will you fix her some eggs? Like that'll pacify me, I guess, a piece of toast. And I was 4 years old. So Lisa fixed the eggs, and those were like the worst eggs I ever had. And so fast forward to the next Saturday, I just got up and I went in the kitchen and I did it myself. So growing up, my mom used to watch Julia Child on television, and I can remember sitting in the high chair, either stirring some, melted ice cream or something, and just sort of mimicking it and seeing this woman on television cooking, which is something my mother had a great passion for as well, and seeing that. All through high school, and I would help my mom cook, different dishes and things, and my mom entertained a lot. She had sort of like a social and savings club, and they would get together, and when it was her time for it to be at our house, it was a big thing, to get everything out, all the good china, all the, good silverware and that kind of thing. And so it was just a big deal, and I loved that. My parents loved entertaining and having people over. My dad loved to cook too. His was more home style, but he showed me how to make cornbread, for the first time. So we just grew up doing that all the time. So when I was in school for fine arts painting, I wanted to go to culinary school at the time, but I thought that people would think that was stupid, so I didn't go right away. And then, around that time, there weren't a lot of female chefs out there, and so I came back here to Birmingham, worked in a family business, and I sort of stumbled upon Johnson & Wales, and the fact that if you had your bachelor's, you only had to go in 1 year. And so, whereas everybody else wanted 2 years for an associate's degree. And I said, well, I'm going to do this. And it was just the best experience of my life. We went to Denver, Colorado. Everybody there was from all different walks of life. There was a 59-year-old woman from Athens, Georgia. She was an attorney, and so everybody had they were doing their career thing, but they wanted this, to learn more than just watching it on TV, but wanted to learn the technical aspects of cooking. I love that people unexpectedly love whatever it is that you've made. Being an artist, we eat with our eyes first, so it's definitely got to be visually appealing. And so then when people taste it, and a lot of times it's things that they've never had before, or even thought about putting together, and they taste it, it's like, oh my God, that's really good. And I watched you do that. That was very simple to do, So, because growing up in our neighborhood that we lived in, it basically was a food desert, and it is still today. And so there wasn't a lot of vibrant produce and things that I was able to see, and so I would always drive to another part of town and go to the grocery stores and see the produce lined up by color, and just how this is living food, this is awesome, and so I just wanted to delve more into that and expand and broaden my knowledge of food. So when I returned from culinary school, I was home working, and my husband was working, and at the time I had gone in at Southern Progress. I had a cafe there for a while, and we were independent contractors. So, when the contract expired, that was it. So, anyway, we were in transition part of our lives, and my parents were as well. They were getting up in age, and my sister was like, they don't need to be at home by themselves. They need someone to cook for them, And so we just it was a point in our lives where we needed them and they needed us. And so we moved in with my parents. And so I didn't have health insurance at the time, and I went to a clinic in the Inslee area, and the lady was a certified registered nurse practitioner that waited on me, if you will. And so when she came in, she started asking me questions, okay, you eat French fries. Well, why do you eat French fries? Well, how are you feeling when you do that? She started asking me all these questions. She shook my hand, said hello, but at first I was like, okay, why is she getting all in my business? But then it was like, okay, no, she cares. Okay, she's concerned. She wants to know. No, I had not experienced that with a doctor or ever, And so she talked to me for almost an hour before she examined me. And I just thought that was awesome. And so as a result of that interaction, before the day was over, she asked me to wait back in the waiting room, and she gave me information about the Institute for Integrative Nutrition and to go there to be a certified holistic health coach. And so that's how I learned about that. And so from that, I remember before I did it, I was like, is this a real thing? Should I do this? And I was talking to my husband, and because I had been reading up on some things, and I said, what if I could help teach people how to heal through food? He said, that'd be great. I said, no, really? What if I could help teach people how to heal through food? And I was like, this is something that's bigger than what I'm just looking at on the surface. So that's like one of our hashtags even. We say harvest healthy habits, reverse your palate, heal through food. And so that's one of the main purposes of Biddy's Living Kitchen. But I will say that I do feel that there's a lot of healing that goes on in this space. And when I do come for different reasons, and there is that at the end of it, I feel that it's purposeful, and I feel grateful and hopeful that whoever has come, whether it's students for a tour or what have you, that they're leaving with a piece of it, history, and they're going to take it on, and it will be remembered and cherished.
Biddy's Living Kitchen presents sea moss gel.
Sea moss is an algae or seaweed with 92 of the 102 minerals our bodies need. Check out some of the benefits. Increases energy, boosts immune system, provides healthy skin, alleviates depression, suppresses appetite, and fights against anemia. There are several varieties available, from peppermint to pain relief to making your own custom blend. Call to place your order today, 205-326-0025, or email chef@biddyslivingkitchen.com.